Hi all, welcome to Chess 24/7, and you are encountering another chess video for the week. Let me just make a few changes to my OBS, and I think we are good to go now. There we go. Okay, so the idea is to defeat, how do I pronounce this? It's Maya. Let's defeat Maya again. And to be honest, I have played a couple of games with the bot, so now I have a fair idea of how the bot plays. Okay, so let me just go for knight f3, e5. Okay. Can't I just capture this? Let's go for the capture. Okay, I haven't played this opening, so I might go wrong in the opening. So I'll try to stick to the basics. Now I think e4 is something I can look forward to. I'm not sure if I play rook e1 here. Rook e1, then bishop b4 is an idea. Anyhow, I can get e4 there. Let's go for e4. And now my bishop on g2 is a pretty great piece. This is attacked. The rook on a8 is like straight. I can play queen f3 here, adding more pressure maybe. Queen d7. Or queen h5 is also an idea. Queen h5. Provoke h6 is not a good option because I can just sacrifice on h6 with my bishop. g6 could be played. And then queen f3. Yeah. But still I have to think about my bishop on c1 somehow. How should I develop it? I'll still go for that. I just hope the bot plays h6, g6. Now should I play queen f3? Queen f3, queen d7, and then my bishop f5 is coming then. Okay. Queen f3, queen d7. Let's say develop my bishop to h6 to take care of the dark square weaknesses. f5, bishop f5, pawn f5 doesn't work because the queen is there. Okay, got it. Queen f3, queen d7. Okay, what about queen h3? I'm not sure. Let's sure about queen. Okay, you know what? Let me just play queen f3 here. I'm low on time, so I have to play a little fast. Hmm. I can win the pawn there. Let's go for it. Let's go for the hunt. Now there's a lot of pressure on b2, no doubt. Now one good thing is that I have my queen covering these light square weaknesses around my king. b2 bishop d4 could be played. b2 b3 bishop d4 bishop d5, my bad. Rook b1. Okay, and I have to play a little fast. The bot is up by 3 minutes in time. Should we just exchange? I don't see the point of exchanging. And now queen c6 wins. Oh no, it doesn't really win anything because the rook can go back to b8. Okay, so they are planning to go for this attack. But now, see, this is a problem with this bot. It just gives away pieces for free. Now bishop f1, f8, my bad, bishop f8. What about bishop d4? Maybe just now exchange the queens and get going. Oh, fish! That's a mate. Oh, my bad. I just completely missed the mate on h2. Let's go for a rematch. It's just, I don't know what to say. And this is just, let's offer him a rematch. So we have e4. Let's go for poke. Defense. I mean, the last game was, I was so close to winning it, yet I lost everything. Okay, now we might play f3 here, and I might play c6 here. Queen d2, b5, because he's planning to castle on the queen side, and there we go. Let's go for a5 now. h4 could be played. There we go. So I played a similar setup with the bot, I guess, today itself. Now let's just hit the pawns. He'll probably play a3 at this point, and then I'll just capture, and now queen will capture it. Yeah, these are similar moves he keeps on making. And then what did I play? I think I played my knight here. Yeah. Okay, I don't exactly remember what I played here. Let me see. Let me just recall if I can. Hmm. Okay, let me see. I'll play queen c7 here. And I took on h5 and then I played h6 myself. Now this is I'm trying to remember what I played in the game. And now I can also think about playing c5 at some point of time. Now maybe c5. Okay, if c5 then knight d5 could be played in exchange. Let me just play c5 and then I'm thinking about castling there on the king side. Okay, now I have the bishop pair advantage. And what if I just castle now? But the problem is this diagonal is quite weak. I'm thinking about b4 and b3. I'm going to take my chances with castling, but I don't like castling because then the knight can move, either rook can come and then the queen can also shift there. Okay, let's just attack this pawn twice, and the c pawn cannot be captured because queen takes, b2 is mate. Let me just capture the pawn. And I'm getting something in return, I guess. Now let's castle on the king side. If bishop d7, king f8. And now king g7 could be also played. Get my rooks connected. And now this should be winning. Although he has two passed pawns on the queen side, but I guess this should be winning. To keep my king on the dark square so that I don't fall for any checks. And now I get my own pass pawn. Okay, I can just bring back my bishop to d6, prevent, and keep an eye on b8. And now I'm getting the b pawn as well. Okay, there goes the f pawn, and now it should be winning. And now the idea is to push the h pawn because you have closed this diagonal. Bishop f1 could be played. Yep. Okay. This is it. I think I did not play the opening well, but I was just able to manage to get away with white's attack somehow. Got lucky in the process maybe. Yeah, let's just bring my king towards the center of the board. And I'll just push one of these pawns and queen them. Okay, now this is just bad on my part that I still cannot win this, but it's just that I guess it's a relief, which is why I'm playing pretty moves which don't require a lot of brain power, to be honest. Because the last game, I mean, I was so close winning it, but that's fine. And there we have our checkmate first victory for the day. Let's go for another rematch. Okay, with white pieces. Let's go for King's Indian attack. Aim for e4 now. At some point of time, maybe play c. Can I play e5, knight g4? I can still push him, right? Now, I'm not sure if I play e5 right away, because e5 then can become a target of attack. The knight would go back to d7, the queen can come to c7. Okay, let's go for e5 now. Maybe it's one of those computer looking moves, but okay, now if let's say if black were to move queen c7, I'll play queen e2 and I will have ample of protection. The problem is my bishop on c1, and if I play b3, he'll probably shut it down with d4, at which point of time I will get the c4 knight, the c4 square for my knight. I think I'll go for that. Also, this avoids c4 from black. So right now both my bishops are fianchettoed. They're looking pretty good. Okay, let me just see why the music is not playing. Okay, so he's planning for c4 anyhow. If I play c4, d4 is anyhow going to be played. If I play d4, c4, I see. If we play c4, okay, let me see. If I play c4, what can he play? If he captures, I capture back, and I have a good bishop. But he can play d4, at which point of time I do get e4 for my knight, but my pawn will also be a. Okay, let's go for c4 myself, because this rook is trying to open the c file. Now I get e4 for my knight, but now my bishop is just ugly. I have to reroute it somehow to c1 and then see where I can put it. Okay, let's just play queen e2, because now d3 is a weakness and knight b4 I guess would be coming somehow, and now I can prevent knight. I mean, at this point of time knight b4 doesn't make sense, because bishop a3, I'll be happy to exchange that knight with my bishop. No, I don't. I mean, there's constant pressure on the e5 knight, on the e5 pawn, which doesn't give me an opportunity to play knight e4. Okay, let's see. Bishop c1, and let's say if I play knight e4, I get two moves. Knight takes, knight takes, then I play bishop there. c6, f6 could be played there. Okay. I'm not sure where should I put my bishop? Okay, let me see. Knight f1, and where do I want to put my knight then? I'll just bring it back. Probably go for some kingside attack. And I have some ideas about knight e4 somehow. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Knight c2 is now a threat. Okay. I have to move my e-rook. My bad. Man. Okay, let's just put it to... let's d1. I'm not sure if d1 is the right square. If knight c2, rook b1 has to be played. And now this knight is really annoying me. Now knight goes back, but now I can play b4 if given a chance. What say? Obviously not now, but at some point of time. Okay, I'm trying to play knight. Yeah, now if I just capture and if I play bishop f4, I can get some sort of attack against my opponent, right? I see. Probably I'll capture with my queen here so that I can... Okay. I see, now this is dangerous. Okay, let me see. Let me play g4. Try to trap the bishop if I can. Let me just first of all play queen f3 so that the queen can never take advantage of this diagonal via queen b7 or queen. Man, I have to do something, otherwise I'm down a pawn. And I'm down by full material here. Okay. At least I get my pawn back, but still I'm down the material. If g5, I'll play queen f3. I have to do something about my knight. My knight is just dead right now. Okay, I think it's time I resign. I don't have anything to do here, I guess. Let me just, I don't know, play for something. Okay, now this is just pathetic. I won because I was lucky. Okay, let me first fix my Spotify. I don't know why I cannot listen to songs. Let's go for another rematch. Yeah, so the thing about this particular bot is that I believe, although I've lost a couple of games and I played really badly against the bot, but I still believe that when I think of a bot, it might not be up there because even as a human bot, it makes some of those moves which are really, I don't know. I do not really expect any decent player to make some of those moves. But again, I'm also not a professional, so yeah. I think I'm bored of playing this King's Indian attack defense, but oh, we have some spectators here. Now F4 could be played. Let's defend F4 for the moment. Okay. There we go. Now I have to bring it back to d7 maybe. And now this diagonal is a little weak, although this knight protects everything. And now he's planning to go for the king side, queen side castling. Try to pick up this bishop, and now a3 could be played. A3 could be played, but let me just bring back my knight, or should I go for something else? I mean, knight h5 and f4 is already an idea, but also I would like to play f5 at some point of time. Knight e8 and then play f5 maybe. Knight e8, I'm not sure. Okay, knight e8, f and a3, knight a6, b4 maybe. Okay, I'll just play queen, but the problem is if I play queen e7, bishop g5, but that's anyhow going to be played, or bishop h6 is also an idea. Let me just play queen e7 because knight e8 would bring bishop g5 with tempo. And now I'm happy to play knight c5 given the opportunity. Okay. b5. Not sure if I play b5 or knight c7. Knight c7, b5. Okay, let me just play knight c7 anyhow because I wasn't doing a lot with my knight on a6. Now b5 could be something to look for. And also let me bring my other rook to the d file against my opponent's queen, because anyhow either the d file or c file, they will become they will open up. Okay, I see. If I capture, he can capture back. And now bishop, if queen captures and queen e6 could be an idea. And if I capture on c5, bishop c5, queen h4 maybe. Yeah, I have to, otherwise c6 is anyhow coming. And now this bishop is in a difficult position, I believe. I can play queen e6, but then bishop f7 is there. Queen d6, bishop f7. What about queen h4? I'm not sure. Queen. Okay, let me just play queen e8. Probably play queen bishop c6 at some point of time. I see. Now let's play a6. Bishop b. Okay. Now the good advantage, I have an advantage that I have the bishop pair, and now I some point of time can take advantage of it because the board is open in my opinion. Now there's some pressure on e5, but isn't the rook trapped here? Okay, I cannot really capture. I mean, if rook c5, then bishop f8 doesn't work because e5 will fall. Okay. Let me play f6 here, and then maybe I can play bishop f8. Yeah. Okay, now the idea is to infiltrate in my opponent's camp. If knight c5, I might consider playing bishop c5, bishop c5. Maybe not. Okay, I have to play a little fast. As usual, I'm low on time. Now this knight is really pain in the neck, and again I'm not sure if what to do here in this position. And now bishop h6. Bishop h6, queen h6, queen c3, knight e6, threatening mate on g7. I mean, and I really cannot defend that piece. Yeah. Bishop h6, queen h6, queen c3, knight e6, threatens mate on g7. King f7, queen g7, king takes. I'm going to go for that, even if that puts me at the risk of getting checkmated. Okay. Can I go for some sort of a draw here? Okay, let me just put my bishop on a better square. I think I might get something here. Okay, let me see. Bishop g3, king g3, queen g1, check. Yeah, that should be it, right? And then followed by queen g5. I have something here, I believe. Yeah. Again, if I win this, it's all because of my luck, I would say, not because I played good chess. And there we go. That should be it. Woohoo! We won. But let's see where we went wrong. Let me just go for a quick analysis. And what's the deal with Spotify? There we go. Let's see. e4, d6. Okay, the thing is, I have not played King's Indian defense or King's Indian attack, as a matter of fact, when there is no kingside attack. I always try to go for that. But obviously this is not a good justified reason, I would say. I think in the middle game I was lost. And I think I should have captured this knight, but the thing is I don't want to give away my bishop pair advantage, which is why I wanted to hold on to it. Now bishop h6 doesn't really work, I believe. Let's see what the computer says. Oh, bishop h6 is a move. Okay, bishop h6, queen h6. Okay, this is strange. Queen c3, knight e6. Yeah, king f7, I saw this one. I see, so I was correct in this position. And now this is just a simple tactic. Yeah. Okay, now after this, after let's say after bishop f4, how could white respond in a better way? King g2. Bishop h4. Okay. Rook comes back to c2. Queen b1. Hey, one sec. My bishop was hanging. Wow. I come. Okay, yeah. At this point, yeah, it makes sense. It was hanging. Got it. I think we've played enough games with the bot. Yeah. Let's solve some chess puzzles now, I believe. What say? Let's go to chess. My favorite website to solve tactics these days is chesspuzzle.net. And meanwhile, let me make some changes to my OBS. And now, oh wow, everything looks good here, right? Yeah, black to win. I see. No, doesn't bishop c3 work here? So let's see. My opponent has 2 rooks. And 3 minor pieces. I have only 1 rook, so I'm okay. Down by material, I see. But I have attacking chances. 3, 5. There are 5 white pawns. 2, 3, 5, 6. So we are down by a full rook and a minor piece. I can win back the minor piece with bishop c3. Let's say the queen moves, and then what? Rook b2, king a1, and then queen a3. No, but yeah, okay. Let's see. The problem is bishop c3, queen e6, king h8, and then he can play rook b1, right? Yeah. So bishop c3, queen e6 check, king, let's say h8, rook b1. What do I get then? Do I get something? I'm not sure. Obviously it doesn't make sense to exchange queens at this point of time. Rook c, bishop c3, queen e6 check, king h8, rook b1. And then what? Rook b2, rook b2, bishop b2, king b2. Queen b5, king c1, and then I don't have anything. Or do I? Queen c3, queen c3, bishop c3, rook b1. Then also I don't get anything. Oh wait, let me see. Bishop c3, queen e6 check, king h8, rook b1, rook b2, rook b2, bishop b2, queen king b2, b c3 check. No, the king cannot take on c3. If he goes to a1, then queen a3 followed by queen b2 is mate, so he'll probably play king. If king c1, then also queen a3 followed. That's mate, right? So king b1, and then what? Queen a3 maybe. And then how? Yeah, but then yeah, that's difficult, man. So this thing is what I'm thinking about. Bishop c3, queen e6 check, king h8, rook b1, rook b2, rook b2, bishop b2, king b2, c3 check. And the only move is king b1. If queen a3, then the queen okay can give me check on this diagonal and can keep it as a draw, right? But what if I move my king to f1, f8 when queen e6 is played? Then he could probably play queen d6 check. I guess that could be something, and then I can okay, I'm going to go for this because I believe white would not be happy to go for a draw in this position. And now king h8 or king f8, because if king h8, then there are no checks available. King f8 looks also good, but queen d6, king f7. Okay, if king h8, bishop d4 check, bishop d4, rook d4. King f8. Queen d6, king f7 doesn't work because queen d7 check wins a knight with check. I'm thinking about king f8 at this point of time. And if queen d6, then king e8. If queen e6, king d8. Okay, I'm going to play king h8. This looks safe here. And now rook b1. I'm thinking about rook b2, but the only problem is if I play rook b2 here, rook b2, bishop b2, king b2, c3 check, king b1, and if I play queen a3, then he can keep giving me checks on the diagonal, with starting with queen e5, or maybe he also has bishop d4. So yeah, that looks a little risky. I'll probably play queen a4 here, and now okay, so the queen is opposite my bishop. This should be easy. I just have to push this pawn with check. There we go. We're getting the queen now. There we go. Let's go for another puzzle. I guess there's some, I don't know what's the deal with my Spotify. Okay, so it's y2 draw. Okay, what's the problem with, let's see, pawn c3, queen d2, check, king d1, rook d5, rook c2, and bishops. Okay, now that would put me in a lot of pressure on d2, but let's see. If bishop c3, queen d2 check, king b3, rook b5 check, king a4, king a3, let's say. I think, okay, let's see. Bishop c3, queen d2, king b3, let's say rook b5, king a3, queen d6 check, king a4, rook a5, king b3, rook b5, rook b, king c2. I think I'll still play bishop c3 anyhow, but let me see, bishop c3, queen d2, king b3, queen b5. I can just go back with c2, but let's say c3, queen d2, king b3, rook b5, king a3, queen d6, king b2. It's not possible. So king a4. My king is on a4 now, but then queen b4 could not be played. Also, because we have to draw, I don't have any checks available with me, right? I'm going to take my chances with queen bishop c3 here. Yeah, there we go. Now it's king b3. Now I can also play. I did not look into king a4 because I really didn't like it, because the other rook could come into picture with check on d4, then king a3, and then what? Maybe the queen can also come into picture, right? Queen, king a4, queen d4, king a3. I'm not sure. So what's the problem with king a3? Let's see, king a3, queen d6, king a4. And king a4, if I play king a4, queen c4, king a3, queen c5, anyhow I guess king a3 looks good here. I'm going to go for this. Now it's a draw, so you have to repeat, I believe. I can just go back to c2 now. I don't have a lot of options with my king, so this should be a draw, I believe. Yep. There we go. Okay, let's solve one more puzzle and then we'll see how to go about the stream. White to draw. Okay. It's an end game. Rook d4, pawn d4, queen, king d4. And then he has a kingside majority. But the pawn on c4 could be dangerous. But what about rook c6, knight c6, king c6, king e3, king c5, or maybe king, let's say king d. My bad, we are playing with white pieces. I completely forgot about the notations. My bad. Rook f3, knight f3, king f3, king d6, king e3, e3, and then king. I guess exchanging would not be a good option if I exchange my rook. Let's see. Okay, let me first see if rook e5, pawn e5, king e5, king c7. Even if I manage to get my c pawn as a pass pawn, I'm not sure because the bishop on f3 could be dangerous. Because you have to draw, I'm also thinking about checking the opponent's king. With rook e1. Starting with rook d1 check, but king c7. So if I were to exchange my rook, I would exchange it for the knight on e5 rather than on the bishop on f3, because rook f3, knight f3, king f3, king d6, king f4, and then king can make he can start attacking with, I don't know, like king c4, king b2. I'm not sure. Rook e5, pawn e5, knight e5. I mean rook e5, pawn e5, king e5. What do I get then? King e7. Rook f3, knight f3, king f3, king d6. That's better for black any day, I believe, because he can make room for his king with king d5, and then king c4, king b2 could be. Man. I don't know. I really don't know what to do in this position. If I were to pick a move, I will still play rook e5. Because if I play rook e1, king d6, then rook d1 is also not available because of this bishop, right? I don't think. Oh, this is the right move. Let's. Okay. Now, if I capture an f3, king d6. What about if I capture on e5? The bishop can go to d5. Then maybe I can play king f6, king g5, attack on h5, or king f3. King f3, king d6, king e4. So king f3, king e7, king e4. Yeah, I can capture with the bishop, right? It should work. Okay, now here's the tricky part. If I just play king e4, he can play king f5, and then I'll be in a zugzwang. What if I play f6 myself, check king f6 and king e4? But then I can play king e6, and then again I'm in a zugzwang. But what about king e3? King e3 will be better here. Yeah. And now if I play king e4, king d6, f6. Yeah, I see. Let me see. King e4, king d6, f6, king e5, f7, king f7, king e5, and then I've made some progress, and king e6, king e7, and then king d4 and king d6. What about king d3 here? Yeah, so even if I play king e4, king d6, king d3, king d5, even if I play f6, he'll be able to catch the pawn, right? So because we have to draw this, let me just think about king d3, king d6, king e4, and then he has to go back, and then I capture. So king d3 should be it. Again, it's a repeat, I believe. Yeah, it's a repeat now. There we go. I guess that's the last tactic for the stream, and And I guess if you like the stream, then do hit the like button, and I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, take care.